record this. Sorry, I was going through my PowerPoint here. Okay. So what we're gonna do today, so welcome back. I'm glad that you came. We'll review how to conjugate a verb, which we went through yesterday. We'll go over the personal pronouns that we went over yesterday just as a review. We probably won't go over the homework because I don't think anybody's done it yet. We'll review the vocabulary and we'll review regular present tense AR verb endings. And I do have some like practice and things like that for with that. And then I'll go over the instructions for what I put. I put another practice thing on Google Classroom, so I'll go over that. So just to go over the personal pronouns. So like I said, pronouns are used in Spanish just like they are in English. And I put a list up here that with the pronouns in Spanish and their English equivalents. So yo is I, tú is you informal, él is he, ella is she, usted is you formal, nosotros or nosotras is we, ellos or ellas is they, and ustedes is like you guys, y'all, like more than one person. So I went over it yesterday, but just to make sure it's clear, with nosotros and nosotras and ellos and ellas, I wanted to make sure that we know that obviously we and they are more than one person. So remember that if it's strictly a group of females, we use nosotras and or ellos or and ellas. Wow. But if it's like a group of men or a group of like mixed, like when there's men and women, you're going to use nosotros or ellos. So, and then I did explain tú and usted. I thought maybe you guys would already know that. But tú is the informal way to say you. So you would use that when you're talking to like friends or family or people that you're really familiar with. Usted is like the formal version of you, which is like when you're talking to somebody you don't know as well. Like a teacher or a doctor or dentist or your boss, things like that. And ustedes is like more than one person. So I know that the people that took Spanish 1 with me would know this already, but I wasn't sure if you knew that or not. Are you okay with that? Does that kind of make sense?
Can you say that again?
Did that make sense about like the you informal and the you formal?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I figured Spanish too, you guys would know that, but just to go over that. Okay, so then just to go over the conjugating a verb. So I know that I've been saying this term a lot and I didn't really explain it too much, but it's just a fancy word for changing it based on who is doing the verb. Like we do it in English too. Like if you think about it, like you say I walk and then you say she walks, like that's conjugating a verb because you're changing it based on who is doing the action. So it's a big word, but it's pretty simple. So, and like I said, when you're learning verbs in Spanish, it's easiest to set up a chart like we did yesterday. Let me show you that, like this. Okay. And then remember that when a verb ends in AR, ER, or IR, it's considered to be in its infinitive form, and we have to take that ending off in order to add the new ending depending on who is doing the verb. And like we're only working on AR verbs for right now. So I have an example here. We have hablar, which is a verb in Spanish, which means to talk. So to begin the conjugating, we have to take the IR ending off. So we're left with the stem, right? So these are all regular verbs. So we're ready to add the new ending based on based on our subject. So I just realized I didn't put this in here. So the stem of, what am I doing? So let me put this in. So the stem of hablar is that, right? Okay. So the stem is hablar is this, HABL. So if we want it to say I talk, we know that yo means I based on our pronouns. We already know that. So our answer is yo hablo. And remember that O is our ending when we want to use yo. So yo hablo means I talk. And you see we have the HABL stem, and then we add the O ending. So before we go into like more conjugating and things like that, I wanted to go over the vocabulary. So remember, hablar is to talk, which we just went over. Tocar is to touch or to play. Escuchar is to listen. Tomar is to take, and it actually sometimes means to drink. So I'm going to put that in there. Put that in. Esperar is to hope. Cantar is to sing. Limpiar is to clean. Lavar is to wash. Cocinar is to cook. Bailar is to dance. Buscar is to search. Comprar is to buy. Trabajar is to work. Viajar is to travel. Necesitar is to need. Estudiar is to study. Descansar is to rest or to take a break. Mirar is to look. And you can see these are all AR verbs because that's what we're working on right now. And these are all regular verbs too. And they're on page 91 of the textbook. So this is the regular present tense AR verb endings chart. So you can see we have our pronouns here. We have yo, tú, él, ella, usted, nosotros, nosotras. Like I said, there's usually one in here because it's vosotros, which is only used in like Spain and Argentina. So I'm not even going to worry about it because nobody uses it pretty much unless you're in Spain or Argentina. So we're not even going to bother with it. And this is ellos and ellas and ustedes. So you see we have our pronouns here. And remember, we take the stem off. We take the ending off, so we're left with the stem. And these are the endings that are added on to the stem. So if it's yo, you add an O. If it's tú, you add a S. If it's él, ella, or usted, you add an A. If it's nosotros or nosotras, you add amos, A-M-O-S. And if it's ellos or ellas or ustedes, you add an A-N. Okay, so you can see that's what we did with this. We took the HABL stem and we went to see yo. Oh, you add an O. So it's yo hablo. And then I practiced with this too. So I figured we could go through this. Okay, so this is just a short one. Yeah, okay. So this is like an interactive thing. So you're going to drag the words into the correct boxes. So you see that they give you your subjects here. And like I said, we're not going to worry about vosotros. Okay, I don't know why that says nosotros there. That should be vosotras, but don't worry about that. So I did that one for you because we didn't go over that. But you see they give you the same subjects that I gave you. Oh, not there. Here. So if you'd like to. So what, and this is hablo, this is hablar, this is the one that we did together. So which one do you think goes with yo? You can type it if you'd rather, or you can just tell me. I think it's only us in here anyway. Yeah, it is. So what do you think, yo? What do you think's the correct form for yo? Remember, we just went through this. Oh, I just closed the page. Let's try this again. Okay, here we are. Worry about that. So what do you think? Remember, if we go back here, the yo form ends in O, right? So it would be hablo, right? For two.
Yeah.
Yep, for two, and that means you. So we want to say you talk. Which one are we going to pick? You see that here it's two and it has the AS.
Yeah.
Yep, two hablas. Yep. And then for the he, she, or you formal talk, which one are we going to pick for there? We can go back and look at our chart. And we add an A to the end. So which one are you thinking?
The first one.
Yep. And that means he, she, or you formal talk. And then what do you think about we for nosotros or nosotras? What do you think out of these two?
It would it be the second one?
Yep. Yep. Because if you look at your chart here, you can see that for nosotras or nosotros, we add almost to the end of the stem. And then obviously it's this one. And you can see like from this one that you see how they all have the same stem. They all have HABL at the beginning. You see that? And you see how you just add the endings on. So we'll check it. Yep, we were right. So the verb trabajar, that's one of our vocabulary words. So the first thing, and they don't give us options here, so we just have to figure it out. So remember, the first thing we have to do when we look at a verb is take the AR ending off. So that'll leave us with that. So then we just have to add the endings on. So for the yo form, we add an O. So yo trabajo means I work. For two, we're going to have the same stem. There's our stem. And we're going to add an AS on, right? So tú trabajas is you work. Like I said, we're going to have the same stem. For él, ella, and usted, we can go back to our chart and we see he, she, or you formal. We add an A. So it's él, ella, usted trabaja. He works, she works, or you work. For nosotros, what do you think it's going to be? We have, okay, so we're going to have the same stem. And then we're going to add the AMOS, right? So it's nosotros trabajamos. And that means we work. And then we didn't do vosotros, so I'll just put that in. And then for the last one, we have ellos, ellas, or ustedes, they work. So they work or you guys work. You want to take a guess at this one? Let's see. A-N. There's our stem. And we just add the AN, right? So it's they work or you guys work. You see, and you can see how they all have the same stem, right? And you just add the endings on. Let's double check. Oh yeah, we got them right. Okay. So last one on this one, and this is like this one. So it's the verb preguntar. I don't think that's one of our vocabulary words, but that's okay because it's conjugated the same way. So obviously our first step is always to take the AR ending off. Goodbye, it's gone. So we're left with our stem, right? And remember for the yo form, we add an O. So yo pregunto is I ask. And then we're going to take our stem again. And we can see in the U form, it's AS at the end. Tú preguntas is you ask. For él, ella, and usted, so he asked, she asked, or you formal ask. What do you think we're gonna What do you think this one's gonna be?
Is it A? So it's gonna be pregunto, pregunta.
Yep. So that's he asks, she asks, or you formal ask. Yep, that's right. So, and then with nosotros, we're gonna take our stem again. And we're gonna add amos to the end, right? So it's gonna be preguntamos. We ask. And then I'll do this one. And then the last one here, we have ellos, ellas, or ustedes blank. So they ask or you guys ask. What do you think is going to be that one? And you can always go back to your chart and look at the endings.
It's gonna be we go back to the thing. Pregunt. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Preguntan.
Okay, preguntan. Yeah.
Yep, there you go. And that's correct. So one thing that will help you with pronunciation in Spanish is it's pretty much pronounced exactly how it looks. I mean, that's not always the case, but it is a lot of times. So that might help you a little bit. And I know, yeah, 'cause I know a lot of people have problems with pronunciation. I have one more here that we can do. Yeah, so you see how they have the charts here, like I have here. And you can see here how you see how they don't have like yo and to and everything else.
Yeah.
That's because you see how all of the forms are different. Technically, you don't need to put like the yo and the to, and you don't even have to put these in front of you. Like you can start so people will know that means I sing, but you can also say yo canto too, and that's completely fine. Either one is correct. And then I'll just put them in here so I know when you're first learning this stuff, it's easier this way. Okay. So if we wanted to say I walk, right here's the word for walk. What do you think and you can even look at this model over here to do it. So how do you think you would say that? What do you think? So
You say that again?
So this, yeah, sure. So this one right here, caminar is the verb that they want us to conjugate, and that means to walk. It gives you it right here. So if you say I walk, how would you say that?
Yo caminar.
Right? Camino.
Yeah.
Yeah, because remember, we take the AR off, right? It's gone. So we're left with the stem, the CAMIN, right? And then we have to add the O ending for yo. Do you see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Okay. So if we wanted to say you walk, how would we say that?
Two. Two. Caminas.
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 Yep, that's right. And then if we wanted to say he, she, or you walk, what would we say there? We had an A in this form.
Camina.
Yep.
Go.
So for nosotros, we would say, so we have our stem again. So we add an AMOS to the end, right, in this form?
Caminamos.
Caminamos, yep. And then for this one, we add, what do you think? Wait. caminan, or they walk, or you guys walk. And they did the vosotros form in this. I'm not gonna do it because we don't even put the subject in here. I know that this stuff is kind of repetitive, but it helps.
Are we like, is this an assignment?
Oh no, this is just practice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just like in class practice. Because I know, yeah, because I know like this stuff is like kind of hard at first when you first learn it.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured that it would be easier to do like this stuff together. So our next verb here we have is dibujar, which is to draw. So we're going to take that AR off, right? And then we're going to be left with our stem. So what do we add to the end in the yo form?
Uh-oh.
Yep. So it yo dibujo is I draw. So we have that stem again. What do we add in the to form?
Us.
Yep. So tú dibujas is you draw. And then we add an A in the LAO usted form, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you draw. And then for nosotros, we add amos, right? So it's dibujamos. And for this one, we have our stem again. We add an AN. Yep. So, and like I said, if you like for this one right here, you could say yo camino, and that means I walk, or you could just say camino, and people will know what you mean. So either one is correct. So then we'll go over. Okay. So if you wanted to say I cook, and here we have cocinar as our verb. So we're going to take the AR off, right? And there's our stem. And then always, as always, in the yo form, we add an O, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's yo cocino. Okay. And for two, we add an AS, right? So for two, it would be two cocinas. And we have that stem again for the ella usted form. So that would be ella usted cocina. And nosotros or nosotras cocinamos. We have that. Okay, and then remember for the ellos, the ellas and the ustedes form, we add an an. So for that one, it's cocinan. Does this kind of make sense what I'm doing?
Yeah,
Okay, all
it
right.
does.
Okay. Do you want to do a couple more, or do you want me to go over?
Can we go like a couple more?
Yeah, let's do it. So we'll go down to trabajar. And we just did that one and the other one, but we'll do it again. Let me add in the pronouns here because I know that. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't put these in to begin with. But this isn't my worksheet, so I don't know. Okay. So here we have AR. So remember, it's a regular AR verb. So we're going to take the AR off. It's gone. So there's our stem, right? TRAJ. Wow. So what do we add in the yo form?
Uh-oh.
So yo trabajo is I work. For the next one, to what do we add in the to for?
As.
AS. Yep. So tú trabajas. So in the él, ella, usted form, we add to the end.
No, A.
Yep. Yep. So it's trabaja. In the nosotros form, what do we add? Yep. Trabajamos. And then in the ellos and ustedes form, what do we add? Right up here.
A.
Yep. So ellos and ustedes trabajan. So it's I work, you work, he, she, you formal work, we work, and they or you guys work. So that's how that one goes. So we'll do this one. I know this stuff gets like really repetitive, but if you're just learning it, it's actually really good to do this. And like eventually, like once you can do all this stuff, this will like come to you like I don't even have to think about it anymore. And if you keep up with Spanish, like if you ask me how to say like we ask, I could tell you how to say that. And like the charts are a really good way to learn, and you'll get there, especially if we keep doing it. So buscar is our next verb. It means to find. So if I want to say I find, how would I say that? You're going to take the AR off, right? So you're left with BUSC as your stem. So what do you add to the yo form? Yep. So yo busco is I find. I actually don't. Okay, never mind. I could be wrong. Never mind. Okay, so in the to form, what do you add to the end?
AS.
Yep. So tú buscas is you find. And then for the él, ella, and usted form, what do you add to the end?
A.
Yep. So he, she, you formal find. For the nosotros form, what do we add?
Amos.
Yep. So nosotros or nosotras buscamos, which is we find. Okay. And what do we add in the ellos and ustedes form?
AN.
Yep. So they or you guys find. So ellos or ustedes buscan. Okay. So this is like definitely starting to make sense. You want me to do more?
I think I'm good.
Think you're good? Okay. So I do want to go to the Google Classroom page so I can show you. It says that I sent you an invite, but I don't think you joined yet. So yeah, because it says invited, but it doesn't say joined. So I'm not sure what is going on with that. So you probably didn't see any of this stuff yet. But yeah, it should have went to your email. If for some reason,
can you send it again?
Yeah. Let me take you off of here, and then I'll remove you, and then I'll add you again. All right, yep, I just invited you again. So I think that something should come through on your email, I think. And it should say join.
Yeah, I got it.
And then I'll show you what goes on with this. Okay, yep, now it says that you're on here. So let me show you. So I know that you just got on here, so I just wanted to show you. So the class PowerPoints are down here at the bottom, and these are just like the PowerPoints that I make every day. These, so they're on here if you need them, and if you push on them, I give you like a list of like what's in each one. And And the textbook is here. Don't worry about that one too much because I take a lot of the things that I use from the textbook, but they're all in the PowerPoint, so there's that. The personal pronouns, which we went through, I have to start here. This isn't an assignment. This is just like a start. So, like I said, don't worry about the vosotros, not important. There's that. And this was a practice assignment. So this is like the personal pronouns that we did, like yo, tú, él, ella, vosotros, things like that. So this is going to ask you if you're talking directly to a.
Good afternoon. I'm sorry for being late.
Oh, that's okay. How are you?
I'm doing good in yourself. I was just looking for my laptop, but for some odd reason, I can't even find it.
Oh, that's okay. Okay, let me just write down. I see that a couple people came in.
Right now, I'm on my cell phone.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Thank you for letting me know and coming.
You're
So,
welcome. Thank you
So-
for marking me present.
Yeah, sure. No, that's okay. I understand. So, I'm actually, for those of you that just came in, I'm going over like the practice and assignments and things that I have on Google Classroom. So, so it says, given the following situations, decide which personal pronoun you will use to refer to that person. So, like for this one, if you're talking directly to a friend, which pronoun are you going to use? You're going to say you, right? But you're talking to a friend, so it's going to be to. And then, like for this one, if you're talking about a male friend, you're talking about him. So you're going to say él. Does that kind of make sense?
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And this one, it says if you're in Spain, ignore that. And it says if you're in Latin America, both, and you're talking directly to a group of friends, they're both going to be ustedes. Because we're not doing vosotros. And then if activity 2, don't do it. Just ignore it because I don't like it.
Wait, can you like go back? I want to see where this at.
Yeah. So it's under personal pronouns. And
All right, so those two that's the only things that's due.
yeah, well, this is just the chart of the personal pronouns. This isn't an assignment. This is
Oh.
to help you
So
out.
it's just that one assignment.
Yep, that's all that's due for right now.
All right.
And then I did put this one on here, but pretty much whenever you get it done is okay. So this is just material. This is just the AR verb chart, which is the same thing that's in the PowerPoints. And then these are the vocab words right here. But for some reason they don't have the English in the textbook. I don't know why. So you can just use the PowerPoint for that. And I am gonna write up a Word document with the vocabulary in it and put it on Google Classroom. I just haven't gotten a chance to do it yet, but I'm going to. And then this is the this one was a little bit hard. So, and I posted it a couple days ago and I went over it last night and I'm like, okay, this is a little bit hard. But so definitely if like you get these wrong or you're not sure how to do it, that's okay. But I put them on here for practice. So let me show you. So this is just one activity, and this is just to do what we just did with the with like the AR verbs. And you can see all of these are AR verbs. And these sentences are in Spanish. And I was like, I don't know why they did this because you guys are only like Spanish 2. You're not going to understand everything that these say. So I translated them for you here. And I put in bold the subjects of the sentences so you'll know like what form of the verb to use. So the first one says Mateo blank a lot because he wants to get an A in his calculus class. And your options are to search or to study. So which one are you going to pick for that one? He blank a lot because he wants to get an A in his calculus class. He studies, right? So then let me edit this. So then for this one, it would be, you're going to pick estudiar, obviously. And then, so you're going to take the AR off of estudiar and you're going to add the A ending for he. So it would be Mateo estudia. Let me do this next one. So like I said, I know that this is a little bit difficult. So if you have problems with this, I understand. I took this from the book, and it would probably be easier if I just went and found another one. That's why we did a lot of practice today. But I don't know why they put the sentences in Spanish, because some of them like are difficult to know, especially if you're just learning verbs now. But so the next one is Daniel and Pablo blank in an elegant restaurant. Where is this? What did I do? Oh, hold on.
Say it again.
For I'm just going over the assignment. Like I have it due tomorrow, but if you need more time, it's fine. So for number 2, it's Daniel y Pablo blank en un restaurante elegante. So Daniel and Pablo blank in an elegant restaurant. And your choices for verbs are comprar or trabajar. So comprar means to buy. Trabajar means to work. So which one are we going to pick? What do you think?
I say to work.
Yeah, so it's going to be trabajar. So Daniel and Pablo are the subjects of your sentence. They're the ones that are doing the work. So you're gonna, and like I don't know, I think you just came in, but that's okay. So obviously you're gonna take the AR off like we've been practicing, and you're gonna be left with the TRABAJ stem. And remember, for they, because we're talking about Pablo and Daniel, you're gonna add an AN to the end. So it's gonna be trabajan. And I'll put, and this is like all in the directions here. I'm actually going to edit this. So like I said, just do your best with this. But so I have, like I said, the translations are right here in the instructions, and I do have like the 2 answers that we did together. Does this like kind of make sense? So there's that. Like I said, just do your best with this. I know it's like kind of difficult. And they do have at the top of the sheet like how to do it. So, and it's the same thing that I've been showing you guys. So just do your best with that. It's totally fine. Okay. So Isaiah or Ayana, I know that you guys haven't been here as long as Fabian, but before you came in, we were doing like these verb conjugation charts. And you can see we take the stem each time, and then we add the ending onto each one. Did you want me to go through a couple more of them, or I don't know when you came in, that's why I'm asking.
I mean, it's fine.
Are you okay with this? Does it make sense?
Yes.
Okay, all right, good. So, and that is the only things that I have up on Google Classroom is this. There's that. And then I do have the AR verb chart on here. This isn't an assignment, it's just these are the endings. And then this one, the homework has like how you take the AR ending off and you add the right ending on. So, and then the personal pronoun chart is there. Like I said, if you guys need help with any of this, or you know, you don't fully understand it, we're gonna keep working on this and things like that. So is everybody like, does it kind of make sense what we've been doing? I want to make sure that nobody's like completely lost. Okay. So just what we'll go over what we're gonna do tomorrow. So we're gonna review the AR verbs and endings. We'll go over how to conjugate, which that kind of goes with it. We'll review the vocabulary, possibly the homework. I have activities in the textbook that I thought that we would do together. I have to take a look at them though, because they might be weird like the other one. We might start going over ER verbs they're not like, it's not a whole different process. It's the same process, they just have different endings. So we might start going over those, we'll see. And I do have like I have a verb conjugation book of like 500 pages that I was thinking maybe we could go over two and three, but we only have a couple more minutes. So I figured that we could do that tomorrow if we get the chance. So is everybody oh, and also I wanted to let you guys know that there is lab every day after class from 11:30 to 12:25. I know some people have health class that time. I don't know if you guys do or you don't. But if you do and the lab period doesn't work out for you, you can email me or just contact me and let me know. And we can work out a time to work on things if you need help, if you're confused. Or you can always email me and I'll try to help you over email. I answer emails pretty fast. So everybody's like kind of okay with this, like no one's like in the dark completely. We did that. Well, as long as you guys are kind of okay with this and you don't have any other questions, that is it for today. So you guys are free to leave.